everybody, and welcome to Profit Mission Control. This is Matt, and today we're going to talk over the launch list for next week, Monday, June 5th, 2017, and also go over some of the stocks that are currently in flight and some of the stocks that are waiting on our launch list from prior weeks that have not yet triggered. And we'll talk through some of those and look at the charts. But before I start, the first thing I wanted to do was actually maybe look at the broader market and see what the SPYs are doing. So looking at the chart for the SPYs obviously Thursday and Friday they staged all-time highs. It broke the high on Friday of Thursday, which was the high of prior, the all-time high, and it continues to do that with some decent above average volume, but it still seems like the market is a little bit on the slower side, or there's a lot of money just sitting on the side, not really pouring into the market. And one of the reasons might be the fact that we are hitting all-time highs and people are getting nervous, so they're waiting for a pullback before they actually start pouring in some money. I could tell by looking at the intraday scanners that a lot of the stocks that or a lot of the scanners that typically fire at least once or twice a day haven't been active for the last few weeks, and that could be an indicator that just there isn't a lot of serious volume or momentum coming into the market. So the momentum is slow. I think the volume might be a little bit above average, but nothing too volatile. You can also if you look at the VIX indicator and the UVXY, for example, things are starting to show that volatility is going down, which sometimes is not the best for us because we're looking at medium and small cap stocks, and those tend to thrive better when there's at least some hint of volatility. You get those big gaps and get big moves, but nevertheless we have a plan to put together, and we're gonna trade it regardless of what the market decides to do. Just be cautious that the markets are entering new territory, so everything is possible. So with that, let's go through some of the stocks that currently have launched, and those have launched actually, three of them have launched on Friday on June 2nd and one on Thursday, and we'll walk through the charts to talk about where they are and whether there's still good opportunity for an entry, or are they closer to being aborted. So if you go to looking at the first stock, which is CERS, and that one was on our launch list for June 1st, and it launched on June 1st, and actually came on 5:30, and then it launched on June 1st, right over here. That little wick over there, you can see it, maybe barely see it, but it did trigger on Thursday, entered the trade, continued to go up on Thursday, and then it got hit by resistance at the 9-day moving average. It still has this large gap to fill, so I'm not necessarily too nervous at the moment. Probably it should have been a better exit, which would have been at that point where it stopped. But if you look at the 15-minute chart, it's still holding above the 50 and the 100 and the 200 on the 15-minute chart. I'm holding this till hopefully our profit target or abort at 227. Next one is VCEL, and that one launched on Friday. The profit window, I don't know why I don't have it on this one, but the entry was at $3.06 with a potential profit target at $3.23 here. You take that a little bit down. So that stock was in a trend reversal moving up, and it cleared all the daily moving averages. It has a nice gap here, a window to fill. That was the idea behind this trade. So it closed at $3.03 after it launched, so there's a little bit of pullback. It's still above our exit or abort price at $2.95. So let me put it on the chart here, and I can show you how I do the profit window. It's just simply I put it every time I'm not sure in this case why I didn't, but I might have erased it. by accident. So this one, I can't remember when it came on the launch list, but let me just put it here for now. The goal for this one was to entry at $3.06 with a profit target at $3.23 and a loss or an abort price at $2.95. So that's basically our profit window around those levels, and it triggered above the entry price, gave a little bit down, still holding. So looking forward to either continue to go up. If it decides to abort us, then that's fine. We had fairly healthy volume the last couple of days, so hopefully we continue to move up. Next one is OAKS, which is OAKS, and that one triggered again on Friday at an entry at $5.56 here, which was clearing prior resistance level. We have a nice healthy area here to fill with a lot of people that bought. So we have an opportunity to go to $5.77 with a stop loss at $5.45, and it's still early in its entry. It moved very slow. I mean, it pretty much, if I go to the 5-minute chart, if I remember on Friday, yeah, it basically ran up quickly and then just held this level for the entire day. Didn't do anything more. Kind of boring, but still moving in the direction we wanted to. Next one is DAIO. That one also kind of gave back a little bit after it entered. It triggered the entry there. If you look at the chart, hardly any resistance. You have to go back all the way back to, I don't know, 2 or 3 years probably before you even see these levels again. Very strong movement the last few weeks and days. A couple nice pullbacks. So this might pull back and get us out, but I'm hoping that it pushes to this level first, to the 9 level, before we get pushed out. And the entry was done at $8.55, and with a potential profit target to 9 and an exit or abort price at $8.30. So it gives us a nice 180% profit to risk ratio. Let's see the 15-minute chart. So it kind of pushed really high, gave back most of it, and then still held within our zone, so it's still hanging in there. Looking forward to it to continue to grow the next couple of sessions, maybe Monday. We'll see. So with that, let's take a look at the latest list that I published for Monday, June 5th. So this is a fresh list of fresh new stocks that made it through the scanners, and we're going to take a look at the first one, which is NAO. So NAO, very beautiful chart from a gap filling perspective. It tried to push hard on Friday with very large volume. However, it gave probably half of it back. If you look, there's a gap zone here to fill. Actually, the gap goes all the way to this level, $2.07. But because we have the 100-day moving average coming along the way, the thought there is that if we break yesterday's high and push towards close to the 100-day moving average, that will be our profit window with a loss of only 9%. So let me show you the whole entire list here. So we're talking about NAO with a launch at $1.37, profit at $1.50, and abort at $1.31, and a profit target of 9%. So that's the thought on this stock, above average volume and coming into a gap fill area with a clear resistance on its way, which would be the 100-day moving average. Next one is LXU, and that one is a stock that was before in our launch list, but never made it before, never triggered actually, and I took it out and then I put it back again yesterday based on what it's done the last couple of days. So it has been going up a little bit on above average volume, and it has potential area here that it cleared, breaking all this choppiness, made a nice move. It does have one more resistance to break here, which would be the entry at $10.11 with a potential profit window either to this channel, sloping down channel, or even maybe somewhere over here, which gives us that magical 6 to 7%. With an abort price at the intraday, there was an intraday looked like support level at $9.75 that I chose. So we'll keep an eye on this one. When this stock does move fairly quickly. The volume, I think it's fairly low float, so it kind of makes very large moves either to the up or the down. I mean, look at here on this day, it moved from $8.85 probably all the way to $11. So it is capable of making strong moves. So we'll see what it does tomorrow or sometime during the next week. Next one is ACHN. That one is a stock we traded in the past, or at least it was on a prior launch list. I'm not sure if we traded or not, but I think we did last week. So it hit resistance at a 200-day moving average. Looks very healthy from a volume perspective and a trending uptrend, other than a 200-day moving average resistance, which it failed to test or failed to break. So our plan is, if it does break that 200-day moving average, it has a nice window here filling this large gap. So we're looking at a move from 523, entry at $5.23 to $5.60, with an abort price at $5.02, so right above the $5 level. It should give us a nice 176% profit to risk ratio. Next one is KEYW, KEYW. So that one trending up, reversal. Again, up, consolidation, up, consolidation, up. So let's see if it finishes up or it's going to consolidate. So again, the up would be a break of the 100-day moving average with a little bit more to clear all this, congestion here. There is an opportunity, hopefully, to the $10.20 level to make a move with an abort price at $9.57. So the entry would be at $9.70, $9.80, target to $10.20, and abort price at $9.57. So looks good, potential good stock to keep an eye on. Next one is IMMU, and that one we've traded. I know I've had it in the past because I had a profit window here in the past, and the new list it's making, it will be a target above this level, $8.13. So it's hard to see, but there's basically no resistance all the way back up to the $8.60 level. So the entry would be at $8.13 with a profit target at $8.60. Let me go to a weekly chart that might show a little bit those levels, because I know I had them marked. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so this window here would be a profit window for us. So let me go ahead and put that here for this would be the 5th, and we're looking at an entry at $8.13 with a profit target at $8.60 and an abort price of $7.85. So that makes it a little bit clearer there. The only, like I said, the catalyst is that we're approaching all-time highs, or at least very long time highs, and it doesn't move that much per day. The volume is not very strong, but it is trending higher. So there's a lot of whippiness in the stock, so be careful as you enter it. But it does offer opportunity. If it breaks through that, maybe even 860, there's no, hardly any resistance after that. So we'll see what happens. Next one is CRIS. That's a low cost stock, like in the dollar range, but $1.91 range. Very strong volume on Friday. uptrending, broke through the 9 and the 20. Looks like if it clears this area here, I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt that it might push all the way to $2.05. Very, very tight stop over abort price. So entry would be at $1.98 right here, and with a potential profit target to $2.06, and then an abort price of $1.93. So just looking for a continuation of this uptrend, especially with this large volume on Friday. LUB is another interesting one. That one is actually a trend reversal. So this one is definitely downtrending on the big picture perspective of things. But the last 3 day, look at what it did. It's basically recovering at a very fast pace with very large volume, as well as approaching breaking 3 daily moving averages and approaching the 100 and the 200 potentially. So if it does break through this level here, all this congestion, it has room potentially. Now I'm targeting the 100-day moving average, not necessarily targeting this immediate level of resistance. So that could be a risky move, but I'm giving myself a little bit more wiggle room on the loss, on the abort, to give me that potential profit. So the entry for LUB would be at $3.08 at this level here. The profit target would be at $3.24, and the abort price would be at $2.97. Next one is VOXX. All right. So again, we're trending. The reversal is changing, the trend is reversing, and we've had above average volume the last 2 days, at least certainly the last session on Friday. Cleared several daily moving averages. It has cleared everything, all of them, actually the important ones at least. So it looks like it's potentially an uptrend, and then there's this nice little gap here to fill. So the entry would be above this former support level, which now becomes resistance. So if it breaks through that level here, we have a window to go somewhere between either this support level here, maybe somewhere half through the wick. So that basically looking at potentially entry at $6.61 and a profit target at $6.89 and an abort price at $6.40. So it is kind of low on the profit to risk ratio, so be more careful about this one. Take your profits early if you have to, but the chart looks kind of interesting from a gap fill perspective and the volume that it showed on Friday. Next one is NVIV, and that one more of also a trend reversal. It doesn't have this window available for us between $2.46 and $2.65. Again, I'm not sure why this doesn't save it, but let me redo this profit window here. So our entry would be at $2.48 with a move to $2.65 potential and an abort price of $2.35. So that's basically our window here. The main catalyst is that it broke the 9 and 20-day moving averages, and with above average volume, barely above average volume, but nevertheless above average volume. And then the last one, which is kind of dangerous to trade, but once in a while it makes its interesting landmark move. So QBAK, and that one trend, usually there's a lot of bad spreads on it. Unless there's significant volume that comes in, the spreads are usually crazy. So be careful as you trade this one. But if it does break through this level here, it has some potential to fill this gap or this drop. So I'm looking at an entry at $6.82 with a potential profit target at $7.21 and an abort price at $6.50, which gives us a low profit to risk ratio of 122%. So again, be careful with this one. It does make strong moves when it does decide to move with enough volume, but So it looks, it looks attractive. It might, decide to come and fill all this region here. If you look at, back a little bit, stage a couple of times and move up to this level, coming down, bouncing off of this channel, going back up, bouncing off of this channel. So the assumption that it potentially might move all the way back to just this level, and if it does, that's fine. All we care about at this moment is let's get this profit window and then decide what we want to do next with it. Obviously it could just pull back and fall again. That's possible. We'll see what happens. It might correct a couple of days and then pounce through it like it did here, but it's on launch list. We'll see what happens tomorrow. So with that, let's move on to here. I'm not going to go through all the ones that are actually waiting on launch from prior lists. So we have as back as May 1st, May 10th, May 15th, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 30th, and then so all of these are actually waiting to launch. There has been a couple of these. I'm just going to refer to them quickly. So MX, that one did hit the 881 on Friday, but it hit it for a fraction of a second. There was no really follow through. I didn't enter the trade, but I think it's still a valid trade. Once I see more conviction that this price, is going to hold and move forward, I'm going to enter that one. Same one with, there was another stock that I think also briefly touched our entry price, but I didn't make the trade on it. So I'm not too concerned about it. It has to be a little bit more conviction to make sure that the entry is valid. I do want to note about DVAX. So that one, after hours on Friday, there must have been some news. This actually blew through our launch price, profit price, and closed at $7 after hours. So this is no longer a valid trade. You might find a good intraday setup to trade. With all of the stocks that I'm watching, probably I won't touch this one, but it must have had some great news. So potentially could move higher. So if you're interested, just take a look at DVAX and see if there's a good intraday setup to enter. And then for last thing I wanted to mention is Trade Ideas. Again, just remind you guys that all my stocks that I pick come from Trade Ideas. I love that software. It has changed the way I trade significantly. And if you are interested, you can scan these codes on your smartphone. It will take you to signing up either for the product, to try the product for a period of time, or you can also enter the free chat room. I'm there pretty much every day. I just sit there and watch what happens and maybe interact a little bit. But there's a free chat room. It's a true free chat room, so you don't have to pay anything. There's a lot of good traders that provide a lot of good information that you could use, and you have also opportunity to look at what the software does for free. So I encourage you to do that. And with that, I'm going to sign off and hope you guys have a great trading week next week. Talk to you later.